So I seal it on the bottom. And this one I'm going to go a little bit faster. You've seen this before, but maybe now you'll catch one trick or two tricks that you didn't see before. And so I lock my back, my lower back. Some people have been having trouble with their bottom knuckle. Their bottom knuckle isn't low enough or it's too flared out. So, even pressure. My wrists aren't bent too much. I've seen a few people doing this. That's really hard on your wrists. My forearm and my wrist are straight, and I'm pressing in. All right. Next step is what, Mitchell?
Opening.
Opening. And what is special about opening? What's different than a cylinder?
You do curve thing with your thumb.
So I go down to a. Do I make the bottom flat?
Nope.
No. So I go down to a point, and I keep my hand steady. I make the gun with my left hand. It goes right onto my right thumb to really support it. How far from the bottom? Half inch. I take my finger on the top part of my thumb and I roll the top out. And now if it gets a little bit, like mine's just a little bit wobbly at the top, I can take my sponge, hold the wall, take the sponge and press it into the top of the wall and even it out. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this at my chest. I've seen a lot of really vertical bowls, and think I would try some vertical bowls, but also try some bowls that are a little bit wider. So this one I'm going to pull out wide. I'm going to pull it more at maybe my stomach than my chest. And then I ease up as I pull up the wall. I'm slowly releasing pressure. If I press just as hard at the bottom as I do the top is going to get too thin. How many pulls?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. I've got 2 so far. So I'll do one more pull here. And the last pull I'm going to do is pretty much just a touch-up pull. I'm going to even out the walls a little bit, check where they're thicker. So I didn't really do much that time, just checked it. This next step I've seen a lot of people skip, and that is taking the rib tool to the inside of the bowl. And so the rib tool, this one might not be the best one. The metal ones in there are pretty nice, or you can use one of the blue rubber ones. And those tools you don't have in your kit, those are back by the bats there in that blue tray. And so I make sure the outside's wet. I keep my outside hand on the bowl to support it. And I take the tool, I start at the top, and I press it down into the bowl. And that's going to make sure I have that continuous curve, which is one of the targets for this bowl. Last steps, I can do something fancy with the lip. I take the wooden knife, and this is really important. Don't forget the wooden knife tool. That's going to help you with the trimming, which is next. Get rid of all this slop. And so now you can either do something fancy with the lip and alter it a little bit. You could go around and pinch it, you could push it, you could just leave it round, but it doesn't look like I ran out of clay. It looks purposeful. It looks like I meant it to be that way. So there is, let's set that one there.